Hi, I'm Mia and I just redid my hair. But yeah, I did a real proper touch-up for the first time since March of last year, obviously. Because when I dyed my hair in March, it was flat, and everything I've used up until now to retouch it has just been color deposit and conditioner. This is 2 tubs worth of Manic Panic. I think it was Vampire Red and Rock and Roll Red that I used. So, did Vampire Red on my roots, and then mixed the rest with the Rock and Roll Red and did the rest of my head. And now I'm definitely red, because I noticed when I was getting my hair cut yesterday, I'm like, wow, my hair has faded a lot. And I'm very red. Also, my face is still very stained, even though I did my best to get it off last night. But c'est la vie. But yeah! Also, the person who did my hair cut a few of my bang strands a little too short, so they keep escaping from my clip. So not so great, but c'est la vie. It's fine. Everything's fine. Legitimately, it's fine. I also did my best to get the stains off, but because I dyed my hair with gloves, but I'll see when I'm in the shower. It doesn't work like that, but ta-da. Not ta-da, but you know. I'm gonna do kind of like a fuchsia burgundy with lilac. I know I did that July. I have a different plan, better plan. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with the Colourpop Cosmetics Matte About Hue palette. Ugh, my hair is so clean. Like I washed it out. I rinsed out the color last night. I didn't do any conditioner, so my hair's just a little all over the place. I'm gonna start off with just some of Lil Iffy. I wanted to do a mix, but I don't think that's the... Jesus Christ. Sorry, my hair. So I'm just gonna start packing and flicking out a little, because obviously I'm still gonna blend out with a different color. But obviously I also still want a little bit of something to help blend it out. And I'm gonna go under the eye just a little, because that will also be a task for a smaller brush, because I do know what brushes to use sometimes. But yeah, it's actually relatively early. It's 1:20, because my plan is to get this look done ideally by 2:30. You know, take it off, do my thing, relax a little, start another video at 4. And if I do another video at 4, I'm done with 2025 videos. So like, ideally that's the plan. And then whatever time I get next week, I can start for 2026. Because again, I really want to stay ahead, especially for my New York trip come March. Especially because I'm now taking more time than I originally planned on. But it's fine. Everything's fine. And then large fluffy brush, I'm gonna go in with Dream Girl and some of Crazy Cool, and then I'm just gonna lightly blend along the edges and not try to get it too overlapping where I'm gonna put down that lilac shade. But yeah, I haven't done anything today because it's Tuesday. I actually have the day off. I know. I worked last Tuesday, didn't end up filming anything Tuesday before that, because I was just lazy and I'm like, I'm fine, which was not fine. And then the Tuesday before that, I was working, so I haven't filmed on a Tuesday in like a month. But like I said, plans are in place. Hopefully I execute those plans and don't just go, oh, everything's fine. I also, this is just the original brush and Lil Iffy. Over the weekend, I was originally my brother was supposed to work on the food truck, and then he was supposed to have a wrestling competition, so I was supposed to work. Then he didn't make the team, the varsity team, so he didn't have to go. So I'm like, oh my god, if you take this Saturday, I'll go next Sunday for you. I'm gonna lie to him and tell him that somebody asked me to cover their shift. So, guilt trip. And I really don't want to work on the food truck. Like, I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. And then with a little kind of flat, fluffy brush, I'm going to take a mix of Do or Die. That's D-Y-E, not D-I-E. Yeah. And then Igloo is I-G-L-U. I don't know what they're on about, but I'm gonna start to pat and press that right here. This may have not been the correct brush for this task. I am switching out a brush. I had one on backup just in case, because I was like, that's kind of a stupid brush. It'll be fine, everything's fine. It was not fine. Also, my phone updated the other day, and it looks so ugly, because it's that stupid glass iOS update, and it is the ugliest thing I've seen in my life, and I can't turn it off apparently. Like, they're like, oh, this, you know, update is permanent, this is what your phone is gonna look like now, and I went, I'm like, this is disgusting. I did mess around with the appearance, and I was able to like up the contrast and stuff, and reduce transparency, and that fixed it a little, but then some of my apps are just, they can't be salvaged. Like, for some reason, the Photos app, if you have an iPhone, damn it, see, back to my stupid hair. If you have an iPhone, you know that generally in the Photos app, when you scroll all the way down to like the recent things, it will pull up all your albums and collections and stuff. Yeah, that's a whole separate tab now at the bottom. Which, whatever, it's realistically one more thing to press, but like at the same time, when that's where something has been for the past who knows how many years on your phone, it's gonna be a little bothersome. So, alas. And I was like, you'll be used to it in 2 weeks. I'm like, I still press my home button sometimes, and I haven't had a phone with a home button in like 3 years. So I don't think so. And then on a large fluffy brush, I'm going to take some of Do or Die with the tiniest bit of Got Iced, because I do plan on using kind of like a bluish shimmer, so I do want to tie that in a little, and then that way it just gives it a little something, you know? Like, obviously blue and purple live in the same like color family in the long run, but like just a little certain je ne sais quoi, if you will. And then it cools it down a little, and I think it looks interesting. I like it. And then on a little bit of a smaller brush, I'm going to go in with simple syrup mixed with the tiniest bit of Ta-Da, just to kind of deepen up here a little. Not a whole lot, because I do plan on putting shimmers down soon. But I just need a little something. Oh, too bad this palette doesn't have like a super bright like white or even like a paler blue, because I really want that in the inner corner, but I don't want to justify getting out another palette just for that. But it's fine, everything's fine. I will make do. Mostly because, again, I'm lazy and don't want to type out another thing in the list of products. I need to do that because I have all the stuff from the past 2 videos separated like I usually do. Usually I don't let myself have more than 2 containers worth of stuff out. So that's gotta be dealt with. Oh shit, I didn't do my under eye. And I'm going in with just some of Do or Die on a tiny flat brush, and I'm just going to pack that under the not waterline, but like right on the lower lash line. Again, just some of Do or Die, not a mix. Oh, if I bring that here, it brightens it a little. See, that will kind of work. But again, just dragging it. And repeat on the other eye. I will need glitter glue for this next endeavor. I'm also going to need to get tweezers so I can pick up said shimmers, but it's fine. Like the shimmer container, obviously, not just like, you know. But like usual, I'm just going to take some of my NYX glitter primer. Who would have thought? Like I said, I desperately need a new one, because again, this is very old. It only has a 6-month like expiration, and like again, not that I've had any reactions, but since it's so old, I don't know if it's doing what it needs to do properly anymore. But I'm just gonna. I also don't know if I've been putting on too little, because my eyelid is, oh Jesus, I put way too much on that one, I know that. But like usually my eyelid isn't that like tacky or sticky, so I don't know if that's, I don't know what I'm doing here. Ooh, my auto order should be here by the end of the week. It's still in Pennsylvania, which is rude. Who wants to be in Pennsylvania? Not even my auto order. But this is from Danessa Myricks. This is the Lightwork Volume 6 Freedom Palette. Apparently this just got restocked. I saw somebody somewhere posted it. I'm like, okay, cool. Love that for you. I'm like, ooh, shit. Like, I'm good. But, and then on a little fluffy brush, I'm going to take the shade Love, which is like this magenta. It's not like super shimmery shifty, but it will just give it a little something something. So I'm going to pack that like right there. Not really going in any further because obviously I want a lighter color to be with the lighter lilac shade. I know, who could have foreseen this? But I don't want her to feel left out in everything. And then my favorite shade of it all, this is the shade Release. It's kind of blue, kind of green. And I know you're thinking, hey, why would you want something that might have a green reflect? Because it's fun and adds a little more dimension than just like a straight up blue would. And again, it's makeup. Makeup has no rules. And while I would prefer this to be a little more blue, it still works. But kind of wish I had like a lilac eyeliner to go in my waterline, but I do not, so alas. But this is going to be it for the eyes. I'm going to need to find some lashes, but I will be back in a second. Alright, hi, I'm back with some lashes on. You may be thinking, oh my god, those look like new lashes. Yes and no. I've had them for a while, I just haven't worn them in a while because the band is so thick that it's impossible to get on and bend to my shape. But I felt like this would be a good style lash to go with this eye look, so it took me a while, I'm going to be honest here. But I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Thirst Burst Drops. Again, I'm not actively endorsing e.l.f. I'm still not buying anything from them. But again, I have stuff already bought. They already have my money. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. So, may as well use what I have and just not repurchase if and when I run out. But just gonna rub this in. Ooh, I also did watch the Pit trailer, the season 2 trailer when I was getting on my lashes because it got released finally. They've given us 2 teaser trailers and 1 real trailer, and the show comes out in a month, less than a month, 3 weeks. Comes back January 6th, 8th. It's not January 6th. No, Wiley won't do this to us. But I also need to continue on with my Pit rewatch, and I also need to get back into watching ER. Like, my bangs! Like, I love ER. But sometimes I'm like, I don't want to think sometimes. Like, I've been watching a lot of The Nanny lately. That and Malcolm in the Middle. I watched 2 episodes of Malcolm in the Middle this morning as I ate. And I watched like 4 or 5 episodes of The Nanny on Saturday. Because I was home all alone and I was like, you know what? I'm like, I'm going to watch some Nanny and then I'm going to go do my makeup. And then I didn't do my makeup. So, but I think I'm pretty confident on the fact that I'm going to be able to get a second look done later. Fingers crossed. Because again, I am going to try to get out of going on to work on Sunday on the truck. And again, I feel bad for my brother, but at the same time, this is his only source of income. He's not going to have any more money until March. So, if he can get, you know, if he can get a few days. Actually, I'm out at 5 on Thursday. So if I can get to, because I think they're working Thursday. Yeah, 4 to 9:30. So, who's here on Thursday? Or somebody in at, how's this? What time is somebody in on Thursday? 5:30? Oh, I'm out at 6 on Thursday. Shit. Okay, never mind. That's not happening. So I was like, oh, I can do that. Then instead, no, I'm out at 5 on Friday. I thought I was out on 5 the other day, so stay lucky. I'm not gonna do anything else, mostly because this is a little, I don't know how to pick up a brush. This is a little hydrating anyway, so I don't want to go too ham. This is from LYS Beauty. I think this is the Triple Fix Serum Concealer, not Serum Concealer, Serum Skin Tint. This is in the shade LN3. This is way too dark for me, but I'm gonna actually take some on the back of my hand. Don't ask me why. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, like see, that's not my shade right now. Again, in the summer, I can make it work considerably better. But figure if I put it on the back of my hand and apply it, same thing with the concealer, it won't get too, I won't accidentally go too heavy-handed. So we're just gonna do a little, we will make it work, because don't we always. Also, I do want to preface this by saying, if anyone was ever thinking of redoing one of my looks and going, wow, you know, I can't do lashes, or I don't want to buy fake lashes. That's fine. I don't like the way my natural lashes look. Like, you can't really tell. Like, when I have mascara on and, like, eyeshadow on, you can't really tell that they're there. So it's more of a contrast thing that I do. Like, I sometimes wear lashes out and about. But when I do my makeup and go out. Sorry, there's a piece of, like, hair and I thought it was, like, a bug. Not hair, but, like, lint. I can count on one hand how many times I've worn lashes out when I've done my makeup. I usually just do mascara, but again, for the camera, for visibility. Again, not just mascara is fine. No one's stopping you. I think this should be good for the rest of my face. I'm gonna switch to the bigger brush just because I have a bigger forehead. But at least the bright side about this being a little darker is that hopefully it will counteract the red stains I have on my face. So funny. I made sure to deal with staining before I went to go let the dye sit. And then when I took a shower, that's where it all went to hell. Jesus Christ. This stupid little hair. Stupid, and I hate it, and it's evil. And then for concealer, I'm going to go in with the Win Beauty by Serena Williams. Oh god. Nothing to See Soft Matte Creamy Concealer in Extend 45. Yeah. Again, I like doing a matte concealer with a slightly dewier foundation. And need something a little lighter. Anyways. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I did bring some of that shimmer down underneath on the lilac part, but not anything down on the, like, magenta part. Hey, look! There's another fucking loose hair. Again, unfortunately, that's just the thing that happens with freshly trimmed bangs. There will always be a piece of hair that's just a little too short. That look ridiculous. Also, I've had so many realistic dreams lately of me quitting my job, like with no warning, nothing in place, to the point that I've had to wake up and check my text messages and like phone calls to make sure I didn't call or text any manager like during the night. Like it's been bad. I'm like I always think about quitting, like every single day. Like I don't like my job, but I really don't like the interim manager. She's awful. But at the same time, I'm like, there are obviously still a few people there that my manager hired, but like there's a bunch of people that she hasn't, so I don't want to leave her to an entirely incompetent team. If I'm gonna quit, it's gonna be on her. And also I'm just gonna go back over with my foundation brush just to kind of blend this in, because I did apply way too much. So just to use it to blend in a little. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Also, do you know what's really mean? I just got a notification from Instacart. Oh, it disappeared. Give me 2 seconds. Shop for baby gifts. Don't forget to treat your pets this holiday season. I don't think I will. Especially, not that it's funny, but it's especially funny because Target keeps going, oh my god, $10 off $40 pet care items, and I'm like, and it keeps showing up in my buy again the dog food, and I'm like, I know I've said it's been bad recently, but like I've started sleeping with the little lamb chop again, so. This is from Makeup Forever. This is the Artist Color Crayon in the shade Luminous Taupe. Doing a little contour here. Something, because this is like one of the real products that like looks like a contour on me. So, shout out. I wonder why they discontinued their Totally Taupe lip liner. Like, that was one of the very first cool tone lip liners that I was like really like, oh my god, I should get this. And then I discovered it like right before it got discontinued, and I'm like, I still don't know why they did it, because it seemed to be a very popular lip liner from obviously everyone that I saw using it. So I was like, oh my god, like I don't want to get Endless Cacao because that just seems way too dark and way too gray. But what do I know? I don't run a makeup company. I wouldn't make stupid decisions like that. Get rid of one of your best-selling products and then never bring it back. But do a little whoop-ah. Like, see? That's a contour. God, my ears are so pink. I thought I got that too. But whatever. I'll be slightly pink until tonight, because even though I obviously got my hair washed yesterday when I got it cut, I had to wash my hair out yesterday when I dyed my hair. I'm properly washing my hair tonight, like conditioner and hair mask wise. So I'm gonna shower again. But thankfully I got most of it off of my nails. I think my thumbs are the main concern right now, but I don't care. I wanted to make sure that the snowflakes weren't totally like pink. So I'm gonna start off with some of the Rare Beauty. I think this is the Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy Blush. Again, I hate that Rare Beauty never puts any of their actual product names on the products. Like, why would you do that? Like, that's just stupid. Yeah, Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy Blush. Surprise, surprise, because all of, like, the blushes and contours are soft pinch. But this is the shade Thrivin'. I think I got this during, like, like, it was on pre-sale, like, a month before it even came out. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'm like, I was like, oh, I don't like this color, but they only had, like, 3 or 4 colors out. So I'm like, I'm gonna take what I can get. But I'm gonna keep that right up here, because I am gonna go in with a different color. I think this was described as just raspberry, like no cool or neutral or warm. I feel like this is a little cool tone, so I have to go in with a different pink just to kind of make it work. Also, yes, I know it's kind of harsh right here, but I'm going in there with a lighter color because I'm not a heathen, contrary to popular belief. And then with my beloved Kylie Cosmetics Hybrid Blush in Petal. She's a little, like I said, I have Ladybug on the way. That's in my auto order. That's in Pennsylvania right now. I don't know why I tapped it like it was fine powder. Like, it looks like powder, and that's why I love it. But it's not. Applies like a cream, looks like a powder. My favorite kind of blush. So honest here. And do a little. Also, yes, I know I look stupid. I'm going back in with my foundation brush. I know sometimes what I'm doing. Sometimes. Not a lot. Sometimes. And then just gonna go in the back of my hand so it's not too heavy-handed. We're just gonna do a little. See? Because, like I said, just need something to balance it a little. But I'm really liking how this eye looks right now. Like, the sides don't matter. It's going to be covered by hair and bangs. Like, I really, really like this. I'm going to go back in with just a little bit of the Kylie, whatever's left on the brush from the Kylie one. And then my Colourpop Super Shock Cheek Pearlized in Seismic. My beautiful, beautiful angel. I need to invest in like a blue highlighter. Because like, it's winter. I'm doing a lot of blue in my looks. And it just looks so nice. I mean, this one looks so nice too, but I don't care if this will ever break me out. She's being used until it's gone. Because again, I still can't believe that. They're like, oh my god, have you tried Flexitarian? I'm like, girl, I tried Flexitarian before I tried this. Not that there's anything wrong with Flexitarian. Flexitarian looks like molten metal. This looks like beautiful fairy stardust. Also, I have a bag full of stuff that I should have thrown out like 2 months ago, like makeup product wise, that I've just been too lazy to take downstairs. Found out that I threw away my L'Oreal foundation. Like, I love that foundation. Missing the cap, so it's a little messy in my compartment sometimes. So that has been added to my Amazon wish list. Because again, Amazon's evil. I also know that I'm going to get an Amazon gift card from my aunt because that's the only thing she ever gives me. So we give her children. She has 3 children, so that's more than us. We either ask them for specific stores that they want, or just a general Visa gift card. And she just gets $25 Amazon for my brother and I. Again, she doesn't need to get us anything. However, if we're going through the effort to give her more money for her children that she has more of. She also got me a yellow shirt that said, "You're my sunshine," like a year and a half ago. I'm like, girl. I'm not 8. You know I'm not 8. But this is from Makeup by Mario. This is the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in Spiced Chai. I know. I've had it. Just figured a slightly darker lip liner might work. I don't know. I'm going kind of rogue. Yeah, I think that will be fine. Also, you know what's really funny? So yesterday was like 20 degrees. When I left the house in the morning, it had a feel like of 1 degree. It was 10 o'clock when I left the house. The temperature for the next 3 days are 47, 46, and then 57 degrees. So, I just find that so funny. New England in the winter. Huzzah! Like, I had that conversation with my mother. She's like, June was really bad. I'm like, I was wearing a long sleeve in the first half of June. What do you mean it was really bad? She's like, the end of June was 100 degrees. I'm like, Jesus. But I'm like, I hate the winter. But I'm not saying I'm going to do a 4th New York trip. But I'm saying, if I do another one, I might wait until January of next year to go back. Because I'm going in March. I mean, I want to go somewhere else too, but like, I don't like tropical places. And I don't really have any interest in like LA. But if I would go again, I won't go until like maybe mid-April, not mid-April, mid-January, mid-February, because it's really cheap then. Like, that was my original thought this year, but my father's getting major abdominal surgery, so again, I would like to be in the state at least. I try to be nice. He's like, you can go. I'm like, no. Because if I went, then he'd be like, how's New York, you jerk? So, going at end of March, that way I don't overlap with my mother's birthday or his birthday. Because their birthdays are like 11 days apart. February 20th and March 1st. So 9. But this is from Covergirl. This is the Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss in the shade You're Just Jelly. Again, swear to God, this isn't ADA compliant because this is white against pale pink. I can't open this. Also, I've been having a really hard time with my shower like knob lately. Like, it's concerning. But just gonna do a little bit of this. I don't know why I stopped and started the camera like that. I still need to again, I still have time. I feel like this is pH. Like I still have time, but I still need to like get things like noted for my trips, because I now have the entirety of Sunday. I have no plans on Sunday besides seeing Little Shop of Horrors again. And I have absolutely no plan on Tuesday. Besides going to a sushi place to get a lunch special because it's $30 for an appetizer, 2 pieces of nigiri, and a hand roll. So, again, I have time. But one of those days might be John Bernthal. Can I just stand outside the theater and be like, can you sign something that's not a playbill because you bastard, you canceled Island Comic Con 2 times in a row and you bastard. But I need to go fix my bangs and I should be back in a second. Alright, and this is the finished look. I like how this came out so much. Like, the eyes are so nice. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, something about lilac and like a good like fuchsia burgundy tone go really well together. Like, this blush combo, fantastic. This lip, kind of basic, boring. I've done this before. But like the eyes, even though it took me forever to get these stupid lashes on, the lashes with this eye, I feel like they need that like little, like slightly fluffier lash than I usually do. But I consider this a success, so shout out me. Also, my hair feels so light. There are so many layers. Like, obviously, shit. Hair's part of a layer, and it's just, sometimes the shorter layers will go in front and like, I don't remember my hair being that short. It's not. It's just, there's finally shape and like forced texture because I don't have a lot of it. I'm somewhere between straight hair and wavy hair, so it's that weird kind of just frizzy sometimes. But